patient. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
How's it guys, Trevor from Ostrich Longneck here. I've got most of the work done on the inside of the ship, so I'm now getting ready to put the two halves together. I've got all the wires glued into place, so I'm pretty close to getting the ship all sealed up and ready for paint. As you can see, I haven't shaved. Since I'm not going to work, I haven't really bothered. Today is technically 1 week since the lockdown started, so it's been quite a while. Anyway guys, in this episode I'm going to be putting the two halves together. There is a piece at the back. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still got to look at it, and when we get over to the model itself I'll be explaining everything that's happened so far. Anyway guys, see you now. Okay guys, the saucer section is basically done. What I've done is I've clipped off these little locating pins because they're just getting in the way of my lighting. I've blacked out these ones. They are going to be my navigation lights. The smaller ones always stay on, so I don't have to worry about that. I've put some lights, some fiber optics in those areas because I want them to look like they got a light there, even though it might not light up the area perfectly. And that's not what I'm looking for. It's just so there's a light, so it resembles what the ship looked like. As you can see, all my wiring's all nicely glued up. These three lights here are connected, so they run on 9 volts straight, and the same with all the others. Now here's a wire that's got nothing on it. Those two wires will be soldered together like that, and that will complete the 9 volt circuit for this light, and that light. There's the positive on this side, the negative is already down there. This is another strobe light or navigational light on the back of the bridge that's going to be flickering. So anyway, I'm not going to explain too much. That's basic lighting. This light, this light, this light, this light, those two, this one in the front here with these two over here are all permanently on lights with the warp nacelles. Then I've got two lights at the back here which flash on the warp nacelles. These two I'm going to try and make it so it pulses, so as the light pulses like that it looks like something's happening in the engines. But I know I've got a circuit for that, I just haven't found it. Anyway, the only little snag I had was with down here, you can't see. I've used turpentines before to clean off plastic models and it's never harmed it, but for some reason it harms the clear plastic and it's kind of broke. But if you light it like that and you look at it from an angle, you don't see that it's got cracks and breaks in it. So I'm not too upset about that. Obviously I'm upset, but I'm not too upset because this isn't the one I really want to make look awesome. This is just for fun. Anyway, these warp nacelles, they can just move over like that, so when I glue it down, once that half is in, I can just take this and clip it in place and glue it. Anyway, that's all the progress I've got now. I've got a little piece of plastic over here which is a diffuser so the light is not as bright going through. Anyway guys, that's it for this second. I'm still deciding on these lights. They come in the back here, and this little gadget that's on the top here. I haven't decided how I'm going to do that yet. When I come back, we'll be soldering the two halves together at this point, dropping it on and clipping it all in place, gluing it, and then going through the ship and looking and seeing what else I have to do. Be back now. Okay guys, I soldered this wire across. I put some shrink sleeve on to stop any possibilities of a short, because that wire is not going to be glued down so it could move. So the first thing I've got to do is get the warp nacelles out of the way. They are now loose and out of the way. Then I've got to get this wire and that short one through the hole. This is going to be a bit difficult because this wire is shorter than what I wanted. I wasn't thinking of length when I made it. Locating pins on these two sides in place. I'm sorry if I'm going out of shot. Let me just tilt the camera up a bit. Zoom as far back as I can go. And there we go, that's one locating pin in place. This one seems to have come out of place. And there we go. Now it's just a matter of getting glue in around the edges and getting everything locked down. Be back in a second. Okay guys, I just went to get some of these clamps. Everything's in place, so I'm just going to put a clamp here and there. Just to get the saucer section clamped into position. Now I'll glue this piece here, put one or two clamps on, and then continue as I go around. I just want to put on my eyes. Not what I wanted. This lockdown is really getting on a person's nerves, because being at home every day, day in, day out, is a bit of a pain, and that just doesn't want to cooperate. I think doing this off camera would actually be easier. There, take this one off. Okay guys, that's basically how everything's going to go. I'll be back now because I'm going to do the rest of the ship off camera. Then I can go sit in a position where I'm not trying to keep in view of the camera, but also get the work done in an awkward position. Anyway, see you now. Okay guys, I'm going to start priming the lower hull and the top hull. I was going to build them together, put them all together, and then I decided it's going to be a pain to get in and paint certain things once the two are together. So I'm going to do all this separate. This part here is still loose, so I can take it off because the wires still have to come through here and in the neck. Okay guys, I've just got one problem. I only got one of these tins left, so I don't know how much more work I can do once this tin is finished. Hopefully I'll be able to build another model after this before I completely run out of paint. Anyway, enough talking about running out of paint. I'm going to let that dry. Be back now. Okay guys, I'm going to now primer the NX01 itself. Of course my paint is running out. Okay guys, that's it for now. Be back now. Okay guys, I'm now ready to prime the bottom. If in case you're wondering, these domes on the nacelles aren't glued in place and they are going to be coming off. This one here is got some of that liquid mask on it that will be pulled off. So let's quickly prime it. And this is my last tin of primer. Once this is finished, I can't do anything. Okay guys, that's it for now. When I come back, we'll be checking how everything looks and then going on to the next step. Be back now. Okay guys, I'm now going to spray the main hull color. I'm going according to the instructions. I was thinking about going my own way and spraying silver and a goldish color and going my own way, but then I decided no, I'm going to go with the couple of colors which the model gives. I did have a little bit of problems around these areas. There's a small light leaf that doesn't want to go away, so hopefully once I spray this color on, it will finally fix it. But I had quite a few little problems. But anyway guys, I'm just going to apologize for the compressor now, and we're going to start putting on the main color. Now what the instructions call out for is the JN Grey FX12 as your main base color. So let's start with that. Once again, sorry for the compressor. Just quickly want to move around the camera. Okay guys, that's it for now. Be back now and we'll be doing the next part. And see you then. Okay guys, now we're going to spray the top once again. Sorry for the sound of the compressor. And let's get started. Okay guys, I'm not going to show any more of the hull color. I'll go over it, see where I need to do some touch-ups, do that off camera, and then when I come back we'll be going on to the places where you got to spray copper and that type of stuff. Anyway guys, that's it for now. We'll see what happens next. Okay guys, I'm going to do some little spots. There's not much, it's just the ends, these spots here, and a couple of things around here, there, over there, and there. So it's just those couple of points. On this one they are saying medium grey, medium grey. I'm not sure what the stands for, but in the Tamiya medium grey is the FX20, so hopefully it's close enough. The one paint I don't have is the dark something grey. I can't remember what it is now, but that one I don't have. So once I'm finished with this, I will put a little bit of a darker color in and try just make it a little bit darker so the bottom of the Enterprise is not the same as the top, so at least it looks a little different. Sorry for the noise of the compressor. Okay guys, that's it for now. Now I've just got to spray the bottom, but before I can do that, obviously I have to let the paint dry. While I'm doing that, I'll be watching some more Enterprise. As you can see there, I'm busy watching some Star Trek Enterprise. I believe this is the episode where they find the artifact of the Serenites, and Archer, T'Pol, and the woman they believe blew up the Federation embassy are now on their way to the High Council to deliver the artifact. So while you're waiting for me to get back to spraying the model, I'm going to watch some more Enterprise. Be back now. Okay guys, we're now going to spray the rest of the model. Okay, that's it. The thruster symbol is this part over here, and here I think I might come back with a different color, but I haven't decided what I'm going to do there yet. Might just leave it that color, might change it. Anyway, I'm going to figure out now if there's enough paint in, just add a little bit of black, see what it looks like, and then I'll be back for the last piece. Be back now. Okay guys, I've mixed a little bit of black in and I'm happy with how the colour looks. Okay, there we go guys, it's probably not exactly the right colour, but I'm happy with it. So you don't have to follow the instructions exactly right because the ship was never seen on screen, so you can't be screen accurate if something was never on the screen. That's the colours which they said. Maybe the ship would have looked like that on the TV series if it continued. Maybe it wouldn't have. Maybe there wouldn't have been a refit. I don't know. Unfortunately, that we'll never ever know. But anyway, that's the color I've decided to go with. That just like on the bridge, I'm gonna go with a color which I like a lot, a mixed color. But anyway, we'll get to that when we get there. On the other side, I've just got a small little place which I'm going to paint by hand because I'm not going to try and mask that off. So all I need now is a bottle to throw the rest of the painting in, so I can do that. Anyway guys, there's a picture of the Paul on their way with the artifact. See you now. Okay guys, I'm going to take the masking tape off here and hopefully everything turned out perfect and there's no runs or leaks or anything. The Enterprise itself I won't be doing on camera because there's just way too much to take off. There we go, good enough. The only downside to taping stuff off is you can only use the tape once. In America the tape doesn't cost that much, so when you buy a reel like this it costs you maybe $1 or $2. I'd say maybe $8 something, not that much. But here in South Africa that costs 90 Rand. Sorry if I'm going off camera. But it's not easy trying to do this and keep in shot. That's why I decided only to do this part because the other part will be a lot more difficult to do. Okay guys, I've got some minor touch-ups to do there, but otherwise I came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. Anyway guys, the next part I'm going to be doing is taking all the tape off here, and once that's done I'll come back and show you. Be back now. Okay guys, this is the last thing I'm going to be videoing today. I don't know how long my battery's going to last. I might do some more stuff a bit later. Depends on how my things go. Just going to spray the top of the bridge. It's a colour mixed. I will tell you, sorry for the compressor, I'll tell you the mixture another time. And there we go. I'm going to just tilt this down onto the white paper. I don't know how nice that will come out, but anyway, that's basically what the color's going to be. I'm not sure how nicely you can see there, but when I come back, we'll be taking the tape off that and seeing what the Enterprise itself looks like. Be back now. Well guys, the top is now nice and dry, so I can get that off. Grab this piece of tape and voila, done. There's not much coloration to it, just here, around there, a little bit more at the bottom, over there, there, same on both sides, and the same there, the docking port, there, and a little bit on the front, and of course on the inside is all that colour, and then a little bit of gold on the top. Hopefully she'll focus, and there we go. I think that looks pretty awesome. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do with the top of the ship, otherwise it would have been the same color as the rest of the hull, and to me that just looks, well, pretty boring. So I decided to spray that color, and I think it looks pretty awesome. Anyway guys, the next thing I'm going to do is give it a coat of clear primer, clear coat. Once all of that's done, final assembly will take place later. I'm busy working on something and hopefully it'll come out. So let's zoom out there. So let's just quickly give this a clear coat. Okay guys, not going to bother filming the clear coating of the bottom of the saucer or the engineering hull. If you see one, you've seen them all. So when I come back, we'll be getting on to the next part of the model. See you now. Okay guys, the NX01 refit is now completely finished. Before I plug it in and show you what all the lighting looks like, turned out alright. I won't say it turned out perfect because it didn't, but it turned out good enough that I'm happy with it. So That's good enough for me. Anyway guys, the issues I had were with a little bit of the decals here and on the nacelles there and there, and this one over here. The rest of the decals went on pretty alright. This decal here broke, but I managed to put it back pretty good. These decals here I made myself. Downloaded this from a website, I can't remember where, and I made it and put it on myself. The bottom of the ship looks like that. There's all the electronics, nothing simple. This is just a circuit which I made myself by accident, which allows the LEDs to flicker. And that plugs and plugs. This one I made for nav and strobe, but it wouldn't work for the Enterprise big refit, the NCC 1701 refit. So I decided just to use the one side of that for this. It works fine. The problems I had when I tested all the lighting, these two lights here, there's two lights on each. So there's your green light and white light, red light and white light. The two white lights, they're working perfect, but these two here, for some reason, they just don't work. They were working perfect, they were nice and bright, everything. I glued the ship together and those there just stopped working. I don't know if the glue somehow messed up and got in between, or messed up the glue or whatever, but anyway, those just don't work. So that's the only downside to the model, is the red and green nav lights. Yeah, they just don't work. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. These over here, they got a flickering effect, which to me looks very similar, not perfect, but it looks similar to the effect which the ship gives. So in a second I'll switch off the overhead light, and then we can switch her on and take a look at what she looks like. Okay, let's quickly switch that off, which will make her a little bit darker, and switch the on switch, and there we go. As you can see, this light and this light, the white's on but the green aren't flashing. Move that forward and you can see these two over here, they are flashing fine. If I move it back, that one there is flashing fine, but the four of these just don't want to flash. Now I could go and cut the top of the saucer off, break it open, try to get in there and fix it, but no thank you. I'm happy with it the way it is. All the lights are coming through nicely. I don't know how well you can see it on camera. Knock the camera. The glow from the nacelles. Yeah, that wire pulls loose. To me that looks pretty good. I'm happy with the way all this looks. So yeah, that model's now done, and it unplugs itself again. Anyway guys, that's it. The only downside is these aren't lit as bright as I would have liked. For some reason I've got an LED there showing backwards, but it's not shining through. These actually shine up better. I didn't think they would, but they're actually shining up better, so I don't know what happened there, why those aren't as bright as they should be. Anyway guys, that's it for this one. It was a fun build. It's not perfect, but I'm happy with it, and the decals turned out nice. I wanted them to be grey, but unfortunately I couldn't figure out how to get my printer to print it grey. It just keeps printing it this bluish colour, but I like it. I think it looks nice. Anyway guys, that's it. I'll be back in a second. Well guys, that's it for this build. There are most probably people that could do a much better job with this. I didn't have the right size fiber optics for that. The nav lights on the saucer, so I had to make my own, and it could be that little bit of thickness somewhere is causing the problem. I'm not sure. Also got the LED like that, because you can't put a thick LED in, so I've got a little LED, basically a SMD that's pointing at it, and somehow the glue must have gotten in there and blocked the light or something. I don't know, but I'm happy with it. So yeah, this is the end of this one. My next model was going to be the Titanic, but not going to happen. Reason is I got 1 tin of Grey's primer left, and that's almost finished. It's maybe half a tin, maybe a little bit more than half a tin. I do have 2 red primers, but I don't want to use them on the Titanic. I prefer my Grey primer. I don't want to mess up my Titanic by spraying on the red primer and it doesn't come out nicely. So right now I'm going to be building another Star Trek model, and just quickly got to rush over there and get the box. Be back now. Okay, so as I said, I'm going to build, sorry for kicking the camera. As I said, I'm going to build another Star Trek model. It's 3-in-1 plus 2 from another kit. If you remember my Romulan build, that's not a bird, Romulan Warbird. I couldn't think for a second. There was 2 extra models in that kit, so I'll be building them as well. And in total I'll be building 5 different ships. 2 not from the kit, 3 in the kit. And there we go. And yes, I'll be building another Defiant, except a lot smaller. Anyway guys, that's what I'm going to build next, and if anybody's wondering, no, I'm not going to light it. I'm putting my foot down on this one and saying no. I think if I decide to light this thing, I'll need a psychiatrist. I think I'm going cuckoos. I know these models are big enough to be lit, but I don't think I want to go through all that hassle of trying to get lights into something that small. Because that is 1 to 1000 scale, this is 1 to 2500 scale. I definitely don't want to. So these 3 will be able to go with my Enterprise kit. The NX-01 Enterprise A, the original series, you know which one I'm talking about. So all these ships will be able to go with them, except for the 3 that came with the Romulan ship. Those will be a totally different scale. But anyway guys, that's it for this video. On a sad note, today would have been the last day of the 3-week lockdown. Today is the 16th of April, and tomorrow would be my first day back at work. But on the 2nd week of lockdown, the president said, "I'm sorry to announce that we're extending it by 2 more weeks. So not 3 weeks, 5 weeks of lockdown." And today is 3 weeks. 2 more to go unless they extend it again, which I'm starting to think is a very big possibility. Also, I can't work, so I can't pay my debt. Got no way to make money. And at this rate, I'm more than likely, well, at this rate, I'm definitely not going to get paid this month, because the little company I work for doesn't have the money. They're circling themselves, my 2 bosses. So I definitely won't have a salary this month, and what little bit of money I've got left will barely pay my debt. So I'm in trouble. Big trouble. So I hope you guys are having more success than I am. And I hope you all guys are all safe. And when you go outside to town or whatever to buy something, remember the mask. And if you can, gloves. Anyway guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the rambling. And live long and prosperous and happy modeling. And see you in the next one. Cheers.